Hi guys. Okay, so in this class, we'll be dealing with multiplication of two numbers that both end with 5. So if we have two numbers that both end with 5, so for instance, if we have 25 times, let's say 45. So we'll say that these two numbers end with 5. So like we had in the last class, here also, we're going to be having a number that just comes automatically, which is 25. So 25 will just come automatically. Now, how do we get the other attachment? So this is what we're going to do. So we pick the two numbers at the back of the 5. And with the first question I have here, I have 2 and 4 as the two numbers at the back of 5. So listen to what we're going to do first. So we pick the two numbers. We first multiply the two numbers. So we have an answer somewhere. Then we will add the two numbers and divide them by 2. Then we add both of them together. So let's go through that practically. So we said the two numbers are 2 and 4. So I said we should multiply the two numbers. So I have 2 times 4, which is equal to 8. Good. So let's keep this 8. Now, I said something again that we should add the two numbers and divide by 2. So if you say 2 plus 4, so we know that 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Remember, add the two numbers and divide by 2. So I will have to divide by 2 divided by 2. So if I divide this by 2, I have 3. Now, all you just need to do after this point is you add the two answers we have together. And what are the two answers? So I have 8 here and I have 3 here. So if we now add 8 and 3 together, we know that our answer will be 11. So our answer actually is 1125. So that's for the first question. So let's pick another question. So let's choose something a bit more interesting. So let's say 45 times 65 or maybe 85, anything. So like we said 25 will just come naturally. Good. So after that, what do? Remember the instruction. You pick the two numbers at the back, you multiply them together first. So if you multiply 4 times 6, because the two numbers are 4 and 6, we have 4 at the back of 5 here, 6 at the back of 5 here too. So 4 times 6 is giving us 24. Good, that is solved. So then we do the second condition, and what is that? We say 4 plus 6. Please, what is 4 plus 6? 10. And we're not going to stop here. So what do we do after this? We divide this 10 by 2. We are going to have 5. So what do we do after these two cases? So all we just need to do is to say 24 plus 5, which gives us 29. As simple as that. So that's for that. So we can choose another question. So maybe something like 25 times 85. So 25 times 85. Or maybe this question you can try do it without writing anything down. So in this question, all you just need to do is to have 25 at the back. After you have 25 at the back, so you know that your answer ends with 25. Then all you just need to do is to say 2 times 8, which you can do in your mind to be 16. Then 2 plus 8, which is 10. Divide that 10 by 2, you're going to have 5. Remember, we had 16 before now. So 5 plus 16 will give us 21. So in a way, our answer is 2125. Let's try to confirm that. 25, good. So what do? We'll say 2 times 8, which gives 16, good. Then we'll say 2 plus 8. We know that 2 plus 8 is equal to 10. So let's divide the 10 by 2. What do we have? 5. So 16 plus 5 is 21. So note the essence of this trick is to try to work without calculator and to be as fast as possible. So you try as fast as possible to work, and you try to work without sheets. So in a way, let's do the last question before we go to something a bit different. So let's check 25 times 65. So what do we have? So let's try to solve this question without writing it out. So 25 times 65. So in a way, we'll say 25 first. Good. We can write that down. Now we say 2 times 6, which is 12. We can put that at the back of our mind. Then 2 plus 6, which is 8. We divide our 8 by 2. We're going to have 4. 4 plus 12 is 16. So you can confirm that and you will see that the answer is correct. So let's try another question. Maybe something like 45 times 55. So this one is going to be a bit kind of different, but the same principle. So look at what I will do. So here 25 will come first, true. Now the same principle applies because both of them end with 5. So we are going to say 45. 4 times 5. And how did I get the 4 and 5? The 4 at the back of 5 here and the 5 at the back of 5 here. So 4 times 5 is giving us 20. Good. That looks cool. Then 4 plus 5. 4 plus 5 is giving us 9. So what is 9 over 2? Remember, we're going to be dividing it by 2. So 9 over 2 is something like 4.5, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe you can say the closest even number to 9, which is 8. That is the closest number to 9, which 2 can divide, which is 8. Put the answer there, or you can still choose 4.5. So now the point is we don't need the 0.5 at the back. So all you just have to do is you say 20 plus 4, which will give you 24. But note, we can't just throw away the 0.5 at the back. The only thing the 0.5 will just do is to change the 2 that we have here. So instead of 25, this becomes 75. So our answer is 2475. Let's choose another question on this. So let's say 25 times 35. So like we were saying, we have 25 here. After that, we say 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. Good. Now we say 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Good. So we divide the 5 by 2. If you divide the 5 by 2, we're going to have 2.5. All these things you can process in your mind, actually. So now, like I said in the previous question, we don't need a 0.5 at the back for now. So we just say 6 plus 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. So we put 8 here. But like I said, we can't throw the 0.5 away. So the 0.5 comes here and it changes this 2 with 25 to 7. Simple. So our answer here is 875. So maybe we should try something different. So let's go to decimal. So for decimal, we can pick any question under decimal. So let's say 2.5 times, any question can come in, any question. So let's say 7.5. So now in this question, all we just need to do at first is to forget the decimal points. So if you're forgetting the decimal points, both of them end with 5. So in a way, we have 25 times 75 if we neglect the decimal points first. So both of them end with 5. We put 25 here, good. So after that, then we will say 2 times 7, which is equal to 14. Good. Then we say again 2 plus 7, which is equal to 9. Because it's equal to 9, we will divide it by 2 to give us 4.5. So remember, the 0.5 is not needed for now. So 4 plus 14 will give us 18. So the 0.5 will now come in place and turn this one to 7. So we have 1875. Remember something, that we neglected the the decimal point. So in this case, we're going to return the decimal point. So how many numbers do we have at the back of decimal here? This one is 1. At the back of decimal here, this one is 1. So your decimal is always at the back of this number. So you count 2, 1, 2. So your decimal is here, 18.75. That is quite simple. So let's pick another question on this. So if I say I'm choosing 0.45 times let's say 2.5, something like this. Okay, so like we've been doing 25 at the back. We have 25 at the back, we forget the decimal point first. So what do? We have 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Good. Then we have 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. We divide the 6 by 2. So we have 3. Good. So 8 plus 3, which is equal to 11. So we have 1125. We have decimal points here, which we neglected at first. So you will ask yourself again, how many numbers do we have at the back of the decimal point? Here we have 3, 1, 2, and here 1, which is 3. So your decimal point is always here. You count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So your answer is 1125. 1.125. So let's try to pick this as a practice question. So let's say we're doing 35 times 95. So we can try this as a practice question, and let's try to work without using a sheet. So for instance, maybe another question, 8.5 times 5, something like this. All the questions are simple and pretty simple. Thank you.